I'm really sorry. I just think we need to maybe just, separate a little bit.
Oh, well, I remember when Rock was young. You and I, we had so much fun holding hands and skimming stones. I had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own. No? Crocodile Rock?
Oh, right. Our song. Yeah.
Yes.
Forgot about that. Oh, hi guys. Oh, sorry. We were just having a moment.
Hello.
We just had to discuss some stuff. Thanks so much for joining us to Ask a Reporter.
Yeah, snaps to you. Snap.
Happy Friday. How do you feel about the weekend?
What's a weekend?
Oh, you don't have those?
Don't stop.
Oh, go. Being a crocodile.
Every day is Croc Day.
Ah,
It's like Shark Week, but it's every year.
okay. Do you know what? I feel like Jack might need to join us. Otherwise, yeah. Where's Jack?
No.
Wait,
I
can you get Jack?
I ate him.
Oh,
Create some distance between you two,
that's
please.
a bit shocking.
All right, bye.
Oh my goodness. Bye, crocodile.
Safe distance.
Oh, there you are, Jack. I was wondering.
I had to fight off a crocodile. And it was not fun.
That's one of the sillier intros we've ever done into. Oh, stop. Into Ask a Reporter.
Was it? I don't know.
We've done some pretty silly ones.
Hello.
Oh, hello everybody. Thank you so
are
much
we?
for hanging out with us.
You good?
I have no controls today, which
Yes.
is sad for me.
I am in charge.
Yes, and he's gonna.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. And, yes, we've got a tablet here. And we're going to be asking questions. If you didn't work it out by the inflatable thing, well, I should say the
We're
inflatable
talking
crocodile.
about sharks. Oh, right.
No, green things.
Green
We're
things.
talking about
Green
pool
things.
toys.
Pool toys.
From noodles
safety.
to...
Pool safety.
To,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Chuck it over here. I mean him over here.
Can you refresh us? Why are we talking about crocodiles?
So, we're talking about our mate here because in
put
the
him in the
NT,
middle.
oh yeah, in the NT, they're at Cahill's Crossing. If you're watching from the NT, then you'll probably know Cahill's Crossing. If you've ever been to Kakadu National Park, you'll also know Cahill's Crossing. Have you been to Kakadu National Park? Have you been to? Because you've been to the NT. I've only been to Darwin, so I haven't actually been. But I'd love to go. It looks really cool. And one of the things you will see there are crocodiles, and quite a lot of them, especially at Cahill's Crossing, because it's got I think up to maybe like 120, if my memory serves me, crocodiles that live there.
Oh.
So it's a very big area for crocs like this dude. And so people go there and they watch the crocodiles. It's a popular spot to see them, but usually from a safe distance. And the problem is, Jack, that they actually... The problem is, let me tell you the problem, is that they that people recently who are visiting that area got really, really close to the water, really like within like a metre, couple of metres of crocodiles. And also we have to remember something I talked about in my story. They move really, really fast. So even if they are, 5 metres away from you, they can be right up near you very quickly. They're fast swimmers. They're fast on land in short bursts. So you have to be really careful.
So, like, if I see a spider... Oh, is this okay to talk about?
I do have a fear of spiders, but go for it.
Okay, well, think about it. Spider is a lot smaller, moves a lot, not as
Done
fast.
yet? Oh, no, okay.
But if you see a spider, you don't go up and go, oh. Or a snake, you don't go up and go, oh, let's get
Some people
closer.
might.
Why would you do that with a crocodile?
But not if they're dangerous. Exactly. Some people might, because some people like crocs like snakes and spiders.
And I'm sure some people like crocodiles, but surely they also know not to.
I mean, I think crocodiles are cool creatures. Like,
Yeah, I
I
think
have
they
a
are
respect
too.
for crocodiles, but they are terrifying. Do not underestimate them.
Yeah.
They are really, really quite. They're probably the scariest animals around that we encounter as humans. Like,
What about
they're definitely
drop bears?
they're definitely one of the most dangerous drop bears. They're definitely one of the most dangerous, second only to drop bears. And so you have to remember, like, these are serious predators. and they will hurt you. They will eat you.
Will they?
If they are given the opportunity. Yes, they,
they will.
100% will. Yes, they will. They eat like kind of anything really. They eat meat, but they'll eat like anything that encounters like
Are there
crosses
any
their
of them
path.
vegetarians?
They will probably give it a taste.
Do you think? Are some of them
I
like
don't think they are.
meat-free Monday for me?
Maybe, and then they go for
That's the day to go, Monday.
Well, they're pescatarians. Well, they're carnivores and they eat fish. So I suppose that counts as meat. But yes, no, if you were having a crocodile to dinner, you could serve anything except for vegetables, and it'd probably
they
go
don't
for
eat
it.
vegetables.
So they do eat fish. Yeah, they're carnivores.
Fish is not a vegetable.
So I know, but because you said vegetarian, I was like, well, they eat meat, including fish.
Let's hope your knowledge on crocodiles is better than your knowledge on vegetarians.
Excuse me, I am vegetarian.
What do you eat, fish?
I eat fish sometimes.
And I have a steak every day.
Yes.
A
Think you
cauliflower
should say
steak,
that now.
maybe.
A cauliflower steak.
Anyway, moving on to
Yeah.
crocodiles, because
it's taking
we
up
got
a bit of space,
as
isn't it?
always,
Move
you
on,
guys
move
have
on.
sent
Yeah.
in an abundance of questions.
An abundance. Thank you so much,
Abundance.
everybody.
So let's start. Oh, yeah, I like this question from Ethan from GWPS, which stands for. I was going to make it up.
Are you going to make it up? Go on.
Gateway. No, wait. Good wallabies.
Yeah.
Please, sir.
Sir. Good wallabies,
No?
please
Okay.
save.
Well, Ethan wants to know, is
Yeah.
a crocodile a reptile or
Oh.
a dinosaur?
Oh, was it Ethan?
Yes.
Thanks for your question, Ethan. So, a reptile. Oh, also, by the way, I'm not like a total croc expert. I just,
You
know,
aren't?
I've done my research.
You know so much about
I'll
what
do
they
my
eat.
best for you. I do know lots about what they eat.
I know, that's why I
can
said
tell
I
you
thought you were an
later.
expert.
They eat fish.
being
They eat
genuine.
meat. No, all right, okay. So Ethan was asking something.
If they're a reptile
Oh,
or
reptile
a
or
dinosaur.
dinosaur.
We're
Okay,
doing
so
well, guys.
we're doing so well. They are reptiles. They are reptiles, but they do have. Scientists say, experts say, they have some relation to dinosaurs,
Yeah.
maybe, or they've been around
Yeah.
at least for a very, very, very long time. So
They have, haven't they?
They
That's
have
why,
been around
'cause
for millions of years.
I would
in
ask the
some
same question.
form, like their
In
their
some form.
ancestors have been around for like 85 million years, like a very long time, really. I mean, maybe not very long in the scheme of the earth, but a long
But
time
in the scheme of our lives.
in the scheme of our lives and in the scheme of most animals that we see today.
human
They've
life.
really, really been around for a really long time. So
Well-
I'm looking at you. You've only been around for a few years at the BTN.
Yeah, but this guy's made of plastic, so he'll be around forever.
He'll be around for, well, not forever, but for a couple hundred years.
For a couple.
For a
Yeah,
sensible
and
part.
speaking of, so we know how long. Does this one have a name?
Actually, I don't know his name. What
Okay.
was your name?
Great. Well, we want
We
you
can
guys
name
to
him.
help us name this
Great
crocodile.
idea. Yes.
So Snaps a lot is my.
So Schnaps.
Schnaps.
You're saying it Schnaps.
Because there was that song, She's so snappy, 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 snappy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone know that?
No.
Anyway, so Snaps a lot. Maybe that's my. I'm
So
going to put that
Snaps
in.
a lot. Yeah.
Do you have
okay.
anyone that you
Oh,
want to
you put
contribute?
me on the spot now. I'll have a think and I'll get back to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So send in your send in your names for us.
Maybe Rock. The Rock.
Oh yeah.
For
'cause
the Crocodile Rock. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're quite big and strong.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
probably like rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. Peter from
Yeah.
Holroyd
Hey, Peter.
wants to know, and we've been thinking about this.
Oh, yeah.
How long do crocodiles live for?
Got my little cheat sheet down here, don't mind me. Okay. How long they live for? I actually know this one off by heart.
wow.
They live for a really long time, or at least some of them do. So saltwater crocodiles live the longest, and they can live up to, I think, like 70 years. I think there may have been some that have even gotten to even older than that, but generally that's your average
it was
kind
gonna
of
be
thing.
longer.
It can be, it's a pretty long time, 25 to 70 years old. There was some people talking about them potentially living to 100 years old. So, yeah, I mean, in a way, it's kind of not that dissimilar to humans.
Do you know how dogs have like 4 years is 1 human year? Is there any similarities with crocodiles? Or is 1 year a 1 crocodile year? Or is like 1 human year 2 crocodile years?
Yeah, look, you'll have to ask a crocodile and find out what it is.
If I find one that can talk to me, I will keep away.
Stay back. Run, as Nat and Joe said. And then think about the fact that you just ran away from the only potential talking croc ever.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And how will you find it again?
Well, I'll probably just listen for it.
Listen out for it. Yeah, no, so couldn't tell you.
Okay, can we... Well, that's right. We'll work that out.
We'll work that out later.
And you spoke about... you kind of spoke about this before, and it's one of the reasons why we shouldn't get too close to them.
Oh, yeah.
Karen from Trinity Lutheran College wants to know, how fast can a crocodile run than an alligator?
Oh, I don't know what the difference is with an alligator, but I know that crocodiles can run really quickly in quick bursts on land, up to, I think it was about 85 k's an hour. So they are like super fast.
80 k's an hour?
Apparently, that's what I heard. Yes.
What?
That's what I wrote down.
That's like on a highway.
Like, they move really quickly in a burst.
I don't want anyone to correct us.
48 k's an hour. Still very fast.
That is still very fast.
I got it backwards. I said 80. In my head, I was going 84. 48. It's super fast. They move really quickly because they move in a burst. So that's why you've got to be really careful.
How fast can you run?
How fast can I run?
Yeah.
Not very fast. Not that fast, that's for sure.
No, well, that's what I mean.
Why it's really scary, yes. But that's only in a short burst, remember. That's not like they're going as fast as a moving car all the time. They're just going, that's how quickly they're going in short bursts. So that's the thing.
Why do we have cars? Let's just ride crocodiles.
So they actually run out of steam very quickly, which is what my mate, the expert, Sean Barkley from Kakadu National Park actually was talking about when he said run, because they can't continue to run that quickly. They just... And they are what we call ambush predators. So that's the thing you have to remember. So the ambush predators mean that they are not only predators, so they are very much able to, they catch things, they're after things, and they're quite high up on the food chain. They can eat cows, for instance, humans, so, they are really dangerous. But they're also ambush predators, which means they really like to hide and wait until something comes along. So they don't necessarily go looking for things. They sort of know, potentially, an area to be in, but they will wait. They will wait for ages for food to come to them, and then they burst and, have that burst of energy, or they watch and wait and then they hunt you, or hopefully not you, but an animal of some sort. So they are really intense. So if you imagine something else, Jack, that we might be scared about in water or whatever, and that would be, say, a shark.
The unknown. Oh, a shark. So
sharks are really different in that sharks actually, yes, they're predators, and they hunt, and they are, again, quite high up on the food chain, not many things eat sharks or can eat sharks, can get them, but they basically will be doing their own thing and living their lives, and then if something comes along, they might go and go, oh, that looks like a nice meal. Whereas crocodiles...
is essentially how humans work.
Yes,
we're just going along doing our own thing, and then we're like, oh, yeah, I could eat.
It's a nice meal.
There's a place to eat.
And so the difference is, sharks aren't necessarily... They aren't territorial, so they aren't this is my, 1 kilometre of space, and I'm going to get really mad if anything else comes into it and probably attack it and eat it. They are different to crocs in that way. So crocs are territorial, so they're really big on their own space, and they don't want things to invade their space, or if something comes in their space, they consider that's my meal, that's my food. I'm going to attack that, I'm going to eat that. So, yeah, it's really crazy, which is why you don't want to be like the people at Chaos Crossing. You don't want to be, hanging out too close to the water, because that is their territory. And there have been deadly attacks there in the past. Not recently, not super recently, but in the past, in the past decade, and before that, there have been a couple of attacks. So it's a really dangerous body of water.
But are you saying it's quite rare? It's not
attacks
super common.
Yes, no, it's not super super common for people
Yes.
to be attacked.
So don't-
and that's
you
the
don't need
thing,
to all
because
be
unlike,
terrified.
say, being in the ocean where you might encounter a shark and you don't necessarily know where sharks are, they're all, you know, in different areas of the world. They'll be around our waters at different times. Of course, there are lifeguards and people, you know, if you swim between the flags, that are looking out for sharks and drones and things.
Yeah.
So it's not completely, you know, unsafe all the time or anything like that. But yeah, the difference is that we actively avoid going into areas where crocs are. And there's a good reason for that, because they will attack. So yeah, we have, that's why I have all these precautions and signs in the NT which say, you know, don't approach crocodiles, stay, you know, this distance away, make sure you're careful when you're camping, that you're away from the water, well and truly away from the water, and like careful with your food scraps. And if you're fishing, you've got to be careful not to leave fish around or your bait or whatever. So that's why we have all of those precautions to keep people safe. And like Nat and Joe talked about, they're from the NT, they talked about how you don't swim in certain areas, you don't swim at the beach. You know, these are all the reasons, and most of the time people follow these instructions, and that's
Yes.
why you don't
Which-
hear about a lot of croc.
Have you been to Darwin?
Luckily, I've been to Darwin.
'Cause you can't swim up there.
You can't swim there.
But the beaches
Except
are
in
beautiful.
water holes. You can swim in water holes.
The beaches are beautiful.
Watering holes and things, if they're safe, you know, you can swim in like waterfalls and things. They're yeah. But yes, the beaches are beautiful.
Beaches
They are
stunning.
beautiful. Yeah.
So you've kind of
Yeah.
answered a
Did
whole
you
bunch
go in
of
Darwin? Oh,
questions.
sorry. Went on for too long. Did you go in Darwin in the like that beach side thing? It was like
Yes.
like the
think
when I
I was
said
only
watering
there
hole,
very
that's what I meant. It's
briefly
like
for a
a
stopover.
man-made ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
that is well and truly like they keep the crocs out of that.
Yeah.
very cool.
A few years ago when I went to Gama,
Oh,
back
yeah,
in 2019, we
yes,
flew
yeah.
in and went and had a look.
Yeah.
Had some lunch.
Darwin's cool.
So Michael wants to know,
Hmm.
and you've kind of said all the things that we do to prevent this from happening.
Sorry.
But if this does, no, that's all right. Because if this does happen,
Yeah.
Michael wants to know what happens. And Michael's from
Okay.
Willoughby Public School.
Michael.
What do you do if the crocodiles are literally surrounding you? And then P.S. Hi. But also,
Oh my
look,
goodness.
Michael's done a demonstration of what it would look like in
Oh, lots
emojis.
of crocodile emojis. Oh, Michael, you'd probably be a little bit stressed.
So breathe.
Just a little bit stressed. So I hope that you wouldn't be in a situation where you would have crocodiles
Yes.
surrounding you. I don't believe that crocodiles hunt in packs. I might be wrong about that, but I think they're pretty
Okay.
individual.
So the likeliness
creatures.
of them all being around you is
I imagine
pretty
probably unlikely. And the
That's
thing is,
good.
you just need to keep in mind, if you do live or you are visiting a place where crocodiles, which I think we have a question about where crocodiles are in Australia, where crocodiles are, then you just need to keep in mind that you just should always just be aware. Be aware that even potentially where it says, you know, this is okay to swim, just make sure you're somewhat aware of the fact that the crocodile could be there, and keep your eyes open. Just be slightly aware about things. That's the advice
your
that the
eyes
government kind of, that the NT government kind of gives, is just always be aware that if it's a body of water, there is always the possibility of the crocodile being there. But most of the time, if they've put signs up and it's a safe place, then they have checked, and they usually have people around, especially in a place like Kakadu National Park, who are making sure that it's safe for people to swim. And so if it says don't swim there, do not swim there. And if it says stay this amount back from the water, stay that amount back from the water, because it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
not worth it. And so to go off what you were saying before,
Yeah.
I believe Arush.
Oh, and the other thing I was
Terribly
going to say
sorry.
really quickly is, we'll just run. Like Sean Barkley says, run away if you
Run for
do
the
find
hills.
yourself. Don't
Can
freeze.
you climb a tree?
Don't think that you can... Oh, maybe. But I'd say the first part before you climb the tree is run.
Oh yeah, run to a tree.
So run in the opposite direction. I don't even think you necessarily need to get to a tree, because they don't actually like move. Like I said, they move in bursts. So just go as quickly as you can in the opposite direction, and hopefully that burst of and speed that the crocodile has had will be over by the time you have got it out of its way, and then you just you're free. You can go. You know. So it's not like they're going to continue to be able to run as fast as you or anything. So yeah, it's really interesting advice, because I had thought, I wonder if like there might be a thing. You know, sometimes you like freeze, or you might back away slowly. Nah. Just get out of there.
Let's get out of there.
Yeah.
So Arush and
Arush. Hi, Arush.
Arush from Parramatta Public School wants to know, where are crocodiles mostly found in Australia?
Yeah, so crocodiles are found at the top of Australia. So I'm talking about Northern Territory and about Queensland, far north Queensland, and also WA. Apparently they have some crocs up that way too. So yeah, all the way at the top of Australia where most crocs are found. But obviously we've been starting to see like more crocs coming towards like Darwin. Apparently there have been reports, you know, where they've been getting a little bit closer to the city now and then. There was a crocodile recently that was laying eggs. They found the eggs there not too far out of Darwin.
Can I ask, Leon from Orange Grove Public School in WA wants to know, how many eggs can a crocodile lay?
Oh yeah, they lay a lot of eggs, I think, anyway. Sounds like a lot. It was around 20 to 20 to 50 eggs. I also saw someone say 30 to 60, so maybe it varies a little bit within that. There's a lot of eggs. So that's like one female croc might lay that many. I think that's in a lifetime, but I'm not sure if that's all at once or not, but that's overall the amount they'll tend to lay. So it's actually it's a lot. That's a lot. So I don't know, all of those eggs might not all end up turning into crocodiles and working out, but like it's yeah, you know, things happen because that's where, you know, you might find something, might go and eat a croc egg, for instance, because they're not as scary when they're in an egg, are they?
Famously.
So they
Nothing
can't
scary
be
in
quite
an egg.
as ambush predators when there's nothing scary in an egg.
Unless it's salmonella.
Unless it is Jurassic Park 1.
Yeah, but if it's in an egg,
it cracks out of the egg. Still looked pretty scary to me when I first saw that. But yeah, so basically, yeah, there are more around. I don't know if we've got questions about that, but there are more crocodiles around than there used to be. So if we have a question about that, let me know, because there's some interesting stuff about that I can get to include in my story.
From Zara. Zara, sorry again.
Hi, Zara.
AGBU Alexander Primary School, which stands for a great building. You is all you could think of. You couldn't think of a word starting with you. A great building unites. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They want to know, how long is a freshwater crocodile?
How long? They, like, lengthwise, they are up to 2.5 meters.
That's long.
Yeah, they can get quite long. That's a male. Or the smallest, I think, is around like they have like 1.5 maybe. So they get quite long. But you have to remember 2.5 meters. That's like the tail. A lot of that. And freshwater crocs can be much smaller. They are much smaller than saltwater crocodiles. But also they can get quite small, really. So you have, you know, just like not as solid and built and not weighing as much, not as muscular. You know, they can be quite small and quite you know, like gentle. They're not necessarily all like this. There have been attacks still with freshwater crocodiles, so it's always just smart to be careful. They're wild animals still. But overall, the general difference between a freshwater and a saltwater is that the freshwaters tend to be smaller and just not as aggressive.
I like them.
And they're not territorial as well. That's a really big difference. So
but you shouldn't be territorial.
Yeah, you shouldn't be territorial. That's why we could
learn to
why
share.
We could never live together.
Surely you could have given
what
them
did you
a
call
pool
What
out
did you
the back
call the
or something.
crocodile?
Well, I've got some names have come through.
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to?
What was your name
tell you
though? What was yours again? Just to refresh our memory.
Snap-a-lot.
So Snap-a-lot. That's right.
So
That's very good. You are very good
Snappy.
at these names. Snappy Tom.
We have. Oh, I thought I saw some. Oh, Crocky, which I like.
Crocky, yeah.
From
nice.
Paige.
Yeah.
From Kidman
Simple,
Park.
But
hey,
I
Kidman
like
Park.
It. Simple and to the point. Yeah. Oh, we're running out of time. I've got more fun
I know,
facts
that's why
to include.
I would quickly... Poppy. Name it Poppy. And that came from Poppy.
Oh, Poppy!
From Witangira Primary School.
Yeah. Witangira, I think. I don't know. I'm making up. Yeah.
Oh, I've lost it. Oh, no. Wheat-hang... W-E-E-T.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Croc the Croc from Josh, also from Kidman Park.
Croc the Croc.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sir Halla. And their name is Halla. You're just suggesting your own names. Charlie Choppers.
Yeah.
Charlie
Choppers.
Charlie
That's
Choppers.
Good.
Croco.
I like that.
Name him Holden. Oh, sorry. And Croco. Charlie Choppers from Owen. Croco was from Amelia. Owen, did I
Amelia.
meet you at Kidman Park? I met someone who
Amelia?
watches Ask a Reporter every week.
Oh,
A while ago.
fun.
Anyway,
yeah.
Croco from Amelia, Holden from Josh. Name it Scales.
Holden.
Georgia suggested
Scales. That's a good one.
that. Jack Jr. from Amina.
Jack Jr.
Like that.
Yeah.
Croc. I kind of like Charlie Choppers.
Me too. Charlie Choppers is good. I like
Charlie
Charlie
Choppers.
Choppers. Is that our favourite? Yeah. Scales is quite good. I like that too.
Scales is quite
Scales
good.
isn't bad.
Hi Jack and Amelia. What is a crocodile's favourite food? Poppy. What is
Oh, it's veggies.
It's not vegetables. Yeah, we
It's
kind of had
not
that tangent
veggies.
at the beginning.
I don't know what their What's your favourite? No, I don't.
What do you like?
Hasn't answered. I don't know what their favourite would be, but they generally they eat a lot of different things. So they eat birds. I know they will jump out of the water and eat birds. So that's the other thing, they can jump out of the water. Like they launch themselves out. If you would have seen those videos. They are amazing creatures. They're pretty cool. Fish,
Oh, fish.
birds,
Anything.
small like marsupials and mammals and things that
Do you
they
think
can get
they
their
eat something
chompers
to
on.
keep their teeth clean and strong?
No, but they do brush their teeth twice a day.
Do they?
Yeah, fun fact for
Good
you.
on you. And floss?
And floss. Yes.
There's just some really important questions here as well.
Cattle, that's the other thing. Yeah.
This is from Josh from St. George College, who wants
Mm-hmm.
to know, Jack, how long is your mullet? It's not a mullet.
Oh.
But
I like how you clarified. No, it's not a mullet. It's just long, isn't it? But you are getting it's got like a slight mullet, like a chic mullet vibe to it, a little bit. Don't you think?
they're called curtain
Yeah.
bangs.
They are called curtain bangs. All right, we've got to wrap up, don't we? Can I tell
but
us
don't we
some
have more
last
questions
fun
about my
facts?
mullet?
Do you want to know?
Maybe one day I'll cut it.
Do you want to know how long saltwater crocs can get to?
Nah. Yeah, I do. Tell me that.
Well, no, don't worry about it. You're not going to know.
No, I want to know. And I'll
Okay,
see if I can find
7
a question.
meters. That's
7
very
meters.
long. They can get up to 7 meters long.
There you go.
I said 6 in my story, but I saw 7 somewhere. So
Well,
I'm gonna go with
this
7.
isn't really the question, but Barbara asked, "What is the biggest crocodile ever recorded in the world?" From
Oh, I assume
Noki
it must be
Public
up.
School?
It must
No?
be 7. That 7 must be the biggest.
Must be.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess
there
if that's
you
how
go.
big they
Oh,
grow
okay,
to.
6.2. Oh, this person. This is.
We have a
oh,
picture.
Okay, this is 6.2 meters here.
Whoa! That is
That is-
6.2. That's more than 3 of me.
It's yeah.
And I'm tall.
Jack, it's scary. They're amazing creatures. Like scary but amazing. I think they're really cool.
Do I just quickly do shout outs?
Yeah.
Do we
Do
still
shout
do
outs.
that?
And can I tell you one more fun fact that I wrote down? Let me
Tell
see.
me the fun facts.
Oh.
It's got all these fun facts.
Fun facts. Do you,
Is it about how the crocodile's going to eat
How
me?
much
Because that's
meat-
not very fun.
How much meat do you think that they eat a day?
None. They're vegetarian.
Correct.
In
question.
kilos?
Yeah. It's not actually as much as I thought it would be.
Oh, okay, 2 kilos.
Yeah.
Oh!
2.2 kilos. You were bang on. Yeah. Which is still a lot
2.2.
considering.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as much as I thought.
That's like 8 chicken breasts.
That's what I was like. Yeah, I was like, it's not that much, is it really? I mean, it's a lot, but for a really big creature, I was a bit
Yeah,
surprised.
that's not.
But I wonder if they have one big meal, if they find themselves
Well,
a
and then
nice,
they just sit there all day,
juicy
don't they? Waiting for
something
the
or
next
other,
one.
Marsupial or something. Maybe they just.
Do you think
sit in
crocodiles have ever heard the song Crocodile Rock?
I don't know if they have, but you know what you could do next time you're in the NT, go to Kakadu National Park, and from a
Okay.
safe distance, you could bring a speaker
just have
and
a
play it to them and
boombox.
see if they respond.
Hey,
You
crocodiles!
might get told off by Sean Barclay at Kakadu National
I'll say,
Park.
I know
manager of-
Amelia, Sean.
Manager of Kakadu National Park will say, stop playing that, please.
Okay, let's do some shout outs because we're going over time.
Okay, all right.
Timber Springs.
Hello.
What's that? That's amazing.
Taste, I'm getting a taste of my own
Metella
roast.
Road Public School.
Hi.
I don't feel like sharing this. I quite like that.
Oh.
Sorry. Nuppanik Central School.
Howdy.
Sam's Scottish School?
Hey there.
What? We'll do a Scottish accent.
Hey, I forgot what I was
Okay,
going to
we
go
don't want to
with.
offend Irene.
Hey there.
Mount Molly
that's
Central
not
School. Mount Molly, that's
Howdy.
fun. Collins
Do I
High
already
School.
do that? What's up?
Quakers Hill?
How are you?
Quakers Hill. Gilmore Primary School.
Cheerio.
Ooh, Princess Street Public.
Hola.
Pinnacle College.
Ciao.
Got a homeschool. Star of the Sea in Tasmania, because there's a Star of the Sea in Adelaide as well. Have you ever been there?
Yes, I have. Yeah. Buongiorno.
Williamstown North.
It's afternoon though, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. How goes there?
Burt Oldfield Public School. You're too slow. Macarthur
Salute.
Anglican. Rossbourne. Brighton.
I don't
Water.
know.
Auburn. There's a lot of here. Trinity Lutheran. St.
Hello.
Mary
I
Magdalene.
failed at my own game.
St. Martin's. Euchre. Future.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Engadine.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry, I
There's so
failed.
many.
I ran out. You think I'd be
AGBU.
better at this after listening to
Willow
people every
Maiden.
week? He's reading out
Orange
a lot. You're kind of
Grove.
going for too long now. You're reading
There's
literally
so
every
many.
school in there.
There's a lot that I haven't seen before. Well, thank you very much, guys.
We'll be here for another 10 minutes, but we'll just be reading these shout-outs. What's your favourite question of the week?
Is Jack funny from Houston Seaforth Primary School? My favourite one. Yeah, what's the answer, Amelia?
Is Jack funny?
I like...
It's very funny.
I'm going to go with the first one I asked. Ethan, GWPS, who asked, is a crocodile a reptile or a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
I think there's more to be investigated there.
I think so too. Yeah, do your research because they've been around for a really long, really long time in some form. So I think there is some potential relationship to dinosaurs in there. Pretty cool.
Oh, how nice is
They were
this?
definitely around when dinosaurs were.
I like holding this because I get to see what you guys say.
Yeah.
Hi, can you shout out We Tenga Gira Primary? I am Sophie, and we go to school with Poppy, who we asked a question,
Oh,
who wanted to
Poppy.
name Poppy. We were so happy when you said our school, so can you please say it again?
Aw.
From Sophie, Emma, Jasmine, and Poppy.
I love that. We were happy the first time, but can you do it again now too? No, there you go, Poppy.
Thank you so
Love
much,
it.
guys.
Thanks, everybody. Well, I think we're going to go with, what was it?
Charlie Choppers.
Charlie Choppers.
Charlie Choppers.
Charlie Choppers.
Show us those
it
chops,
is.
Charlie Choppers.
Thank you.
Sing us out.
I remember when Rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun.
Bye.